Hello everyone. Today we are going to start a new topic, inline frames. Inline frames are indicated by the iframe tag. Iframe tags are used mostly for creating online advertising. Before starting inline frames, let us see frames concept in short. Frames are used to distribute given window as per our requirement with specific rows and columns. See the given screenshot of YouTube. Here you can see the combinations of rows and columns, and we can access any data from any row as well as column. Also, just check your email account screen. This is also a good example of frames. See one more example. Here two screenshots are given. In first screenshot, our window is divided into two horizontal sections. Then first horizontal section is distributed in three vertical sections. Now whenever we use the frames to distribute the window row wise or column wise, that time whenever we have to distribute it as a horizontal manner, then we have to use the frame set as a row, and when we have to distribute it vertically, that time we have to distribute or frames, we have to set the frame set as a columnar. Here in the provided example, initially we have to distribute the window row wise, and after that we have to distribute the first part into three columns. Similarly, in the second screenshot, this screenshot having a window with two vertical sections, and then first vertical section is again distributed into two horizontal sections, and second section is again distributed into three horizontal sections. Only the difference in both the screenshots is that in first screenshot, whatever the columns are distributed, that all are unequal, and in second frame set, all columns and rows are having the equal distribution. Let's see the attributes of the iframe tag. Iframe having 5 attributes: source, height, width, name, and source doc. First attribute, source, indicate the name of the file which will be displayed in iframe window. Second attribute, height, is the height of the iframe window which is specified in pixel. Third attribute, width. Width specifies the width of the iframe window in pixels. Fourth attribute is the name. Name specifies the name of the iframe window. And the last attribute, source doc, specifies or shows the HTML content within the iframe window. Here is a sample program. In our program, first of all we have displayed the heading as a HTML frames, and then with paragraph we have specified this is example of iframes. Then we have provided the iframe window by using the attributes source, height, and width. Here use source is xyz.html, that is the file which we are going to display in the iframe window. It is having the height 200 pixel and width as a 300 pixel. Let's see the next term, image map. An image with multiple hyperlinks is called as image map. Hotspots are used to create multiple linking. Hotspots means the provided coordinates for mapping the image. When these hotspots are detected by the mouse, the shape of mouse pointer turns into the hand shape, which shows that some other link is provided here. Just move your mouse on the name hotspot. It will turn the mouse pointer shape into the hand shape, indicating that hyperlink is provided. We will see its example at the end of this video. Next one is the image map types. Image mapping is done by two methods. First type is client side image mapping and second type is server side image mapping. In client side image mapping, program gets executed completely on the client, and in server side image mapping, program gets executed on the client, output is calculated and that output is sent to the client browser. While providing or while using password applications, we have to prefer server side image mapping. Now we are going to study only client side image mapping. To define the client side image mapping, different tags are used. First tag is image, that is img. Second tag is map and third tag is area. Image is used to insert an image on a web page with useMap attribute. UseMap is used for client side image mapping. It correlates the hotspot with the provided link. Second tag is the map tag. Map specifies the name of the image used for the client side image mapping, if that name is circle, polygon or rectangle. And third type is area. It defines the specific clickable regions on the image that are known as the hotspots. Now let's see the attributes of the area tag. Area tag having four attributes. First one is the href, second attribute shape, third attribute alt and fourth attribute is chords. First attribute href, that means hyper reference. When we provide any clickable region, that is any hotspot, that time we have to specify a URL which may be a website link or any our local disk link. It is specified by using the href. Then second attribute is the shape. Shape may be rect, that is rectangle, second one is circle and third one is poly, that is polygon. Remember neatly, we are using only rect and not the rectangle, and we are using only poly and not the polygon. Third attribute is alt. Alt is used to specify the alternate name provided in the text format to the hotspot area. That means when we click on the rectangle region, that time rect will be displayed as alternate name. And then fourth attribute is the chords. Chords means the coordinates. Here we are using three types of shapes. First one is rect, second one is circle and third one is poly. For specifying the rect or for displaying the rect, we require four coordinates. For displaying circle, we require three coordinates, and to display the polygon, we require eight coordinates. And when if we have not specified any chord, that time it takes it as a default and complete image area is considered as a hotspot. Now let's see its sample program. You have to go through this program, as this is not only the sample of the image mapping, but it is also one of the practical problems. Here, first of all, we have to specify doc type as HTML, then provide HTML head, title, end of head, then body, and under body we are specifying the heading as an image map example. After that, we have to specify an image. Here I have taken tulips.jpg as a image, and on that image we have to specify the coordinates, and to correlate that coordinates with the image we have to use the useMap tag. When we use the useMap tag, The main purpose of UseMap is the internal page linking, and for that hash is used with UseMap. Here in our program I have used hash image map. After that I have given the alternate name to the image as image of tulip. Then I have specified the map name. Map name indicate the name of the image. Whatever image I have provided, its mapping will be done by using the map name as an image map. Here use map and map name both must be similar as it is case sensitive. Only the difference is that you will never use hash in UseMap, and you have to compulsory use it in UseMap. Then we have to specify the coordinates, that is the hotspot regions, and for that we have to use the area tag. Under area we have to specify first attribute as href. Here we have provided the URL as a Google and shape equal to rect. That means we have to specify the rectangle with 4 coordinates as 0, 0, 93 and 65. First 0 indicate the x1, second 0 indicate y1, 93 indicate x2 and 65 indicate y2 coordinate. And I have provided the alternate name as Google site. Similarly, for the circle I have taken the 4 coordinates, again given href and alternate name. And similarly for polygon I have provided 8 coordinates. Here we can use any URL or our local computer file also. Then end everything as a end of map, end of body and end of HTML, and then just check out its output. Here in the output we got the hotspot of the rectangle, and the shape of mouse is converted into the hand shape. When we click here we will get the next URL as the Google. Similarly, when we move the mouse on the screen and at which location the circle and polygons coordinates will be highlighted, then that area will be indicated as the hotspot and it will display the outline of circle and polygon. Now exercise from this topic. You have to practice inline frame programs, and whatever the practical problem I have given, you have to practice it properly. And one more special task is here. From next lecture we are taking the forms. Our next topic will be form. Therefore you have to revise forms from the last year syllabus very properly.